mind introducing yourself? We can start there.
Okay, sure. Well, my name is Drian Santana. Majority of everyone calls me Santana because they can't say the first name correctly. So I give them a pass, even though they mess up Santana and call me Satan or Santa, and I'll be like, what? But I am in entertainment, music, journalist from Chicago, Illinois. I currently live in Jackson, Mississippi now. I've written for several publications since 2015. So this year marks like 5 years of being an entertainment journalist. So it's been on a journey. I've had ups and downs throughout of it, but hey, I'm still going. It
Isn't that life though? Ups and downs, right? The
is
only thing
definitely,
constant in life is change sometimes.
yeah, like this pandemic.
This has rocked everyone's world, right?
It has definitely.
So tell everyone one more time, aka me, how to say your first name again.
Drion.
Drian.
Mhm.
Did I do it right?
You did.
I practiced it when you sent me the email, so I wanted to see if I could do it right. But good. I'm so glad to meet you and to get to have our conversation again.
Yeah.
I feel kind of spoiled. I've gotten two fun doses of you, so this is fun. So I'm gonna ask you the question I asked you the first time. What do you
All right.
think people's first impression of you is?
Like I said last time, a lot of people think that I'm either bougie or like stuck up or mean because like if you see me in public, I'm like straight face, and it's only because I'm focused on what I'm looking for. But once you start talking to me, you see like the biggest smile ever, and it makes people feel more comfortable to talk to me. But a lot of people think that I'm like, oh, she like stuck up, like she won't talk to nobody. I mean, I'm antisocial and an introvert, so I probably won't talk to you, but I can hold a conversation with you.
But it's not that you won't talk to them because you are stuck up. It's just that you're
No, it's just
shy or into.
I don't know you. You walking like if somebody just walk up on you randomly, of course you're gonna look like you own me. What is it?
I love it. So you mentioned that you're from Chicago originally.
Hmm.
How long did you live in Chicago?
Um, since like middle school and then like ninth grade going into high school, that's when I came to Mississippi.
Okay, so right at the transition of high school was a big move then, not just a big move, but also a big life move.
Yeah, it was. It's very different because like it's so high, like fast pace up there, and in Mississippi is a little slow. Like you kind of have to. I had to adjust. I had to adjust to the slang, and I really like the accents here. Like everybody sounds differently, and it's just interesting to hear them speak. It really is.
So you adjusted well then, I assume, and finished high school and went on to college. I think you had mentioned to me, right?
Yeah, I ended up going to Hines and Raymond, Mississippi. It's a community college. You go and get your associate's degree and whatnot. Some people even go to like get their diploma or GEDs there too. I went to get my associates in journalism before I transitioned from criminal justice to like fashion marketing to minoring in dance and then heading over to journalism. So I was like, I did not know what I wanted to do, but I knew that I wanted to do something. And when I got into criminal justice, I wanted to be out there at the crime scenes, like investigating everything. But that was like you have to learn the basics. So it's PowerPoints, tests, bringing in people who are actually in the force, learning, from their experience. Like, okay, that's cool, but I want to be out there too.
Right.
At least if it's like a mock um demonstration of what could truly happen at these crime scenes or the paperwork and all this stuff, I want that experience. But I was over it after the long PowerPoints and stuff, and afterwards I kind of just moved over to fashion marketing and dance. Fashion marketing was kind of interesting. It was, I wouldn't say it was out of my element, but it allowed me to have a creative mind.
So how did you transition from the fashion end of things into journalism? Did you always write? Was it always something you wanted to do?
Well, I always found myself in other people's business and always have an opinion. Let's put it like that. I always found myself being in other people's business and having an opinion about things. Like I feel like I had a voice that needed to be heard. Like there's so many things that goes on in the world where whether it's dealing with entertainment, music, or social justice, or just anything in general, I feel like I needed to express myself. I felt like I was the person that a lot of people are saying in their head, but they're afraid to say it. So I'm the person who's like, however I'm feeling, that's how I feel. And I think that's probably why I got in trouble a lot at school because I said how I felt about things without actually thinking, which I probably should have done the opposite, was think first before speaking. But I just said it. Like, however I felt in that moment, I said it. And I didn't care how anyone felt about it, just as how I felt because it was true.
Did you have like a mentor or someone that helped you get into the industry, or did you just figure it out all on your own?
Well, I wouldn't. I have a mentor, but she's not like the mentor that was for like journalism. She's more like on the music side for me when I was playing like the piano, or like if I need some advice or something. She's the person who I would actually talk to about how I'm feeling, or if I feel like I'm failing, or I feel like I'm not giving enough. What do I need to do? So, but as far as like in the industry wise, I never had a mentor. I kind of just use what I just it was a learning process for me. Um, I started writing for this publication in 2015 called Southern Lace, and this was the first platform to allow me to express myself. It allowed me to be able to write whatever I want to talk about. She allowed it, you know, and using that writing portfolio allowed me to send it out to other publications to write for. And after that, I just kind of learning how to speak because I don't like talking. So learning how to speak to other people and getting my name out there, letting them see my work, and like just hey, you know, if you like my writing style, I would love to be a part of your team. If not, you know, that's okay. It's not gonna hurt my feelings because I've been told no before. I've been fired from publications before, you know, so it doesn't make me feel less of who I am or know that I'm a talented writer because I am. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be getting these jobs. You
Right.
know, people wouldn't be coming to me to ask me to write, hey, can you write this or can you write that? Or I've seen your work. You're a great storyteller. I want to bring you a part of the team. So it's like every everybody that I've written for, when I send them my writing samples, they're like, oh, you match our writing style. Like, oh, you're an amazing writer. We'd love to have you. So it's I've kind of just navigated and taught myself how to get out there. I'm
That's
still learning to this day. So I'm joining groups with other women in media and I'm learning the ropes. There's some things I still don't know and I've been doing this for almost 5 years. So it's still a learning process. Every day is a learning process for me.
So, do you go out and cover events on behalf of the publications that you write for, or do you cover events on your own and then submit stories to publications and hope they pick them up?
2 years ago, I started going out to publication. I wanted to get the writing part down before I started going out there and being a correspondent. So I enjoyed it. Like I would handle all the interviews. I would handle all the editing. I would send it off to the editor and be like, "Hey, this is what I covered this weekend. Let me know what you think about it." She loved it. Posted all that stuff. So now I still go out to different under different publications and cover different events, but they're like locally. Um, Before the pandemic, it was all locally. The last event that I actually covered here was the Jackson Indie Music Week. It's a full week. Everything is happening at one time. So you got one of me and 1,000 other events going on, and you have to try to manage how are you going to be able to attend all these events all week when it's just you. So that week is very pressured on me when it's just me by myself. That's probably one of the most precious week I've ever had out of any event that I've had to go out and cover. That is one event, one full week that I'm just like, you know what? We're gonna do this and we're gonna get it done. So now I be tired. I be up 5 o'clock in the morning editing stuff, right, typing things up and everything, and I don't even know what sleep be feeling like sometimes because I just be up. I just be working. So it's like, and now my sleep schedule is all the way messed up. I don't go to bed till like 4 or 5 in the morning now, and I just be up. I don't know why, but I think me being in the house and being up, I need to get out.
So you
Definitely.
mentioned when we talked the first time, you mentioned a little bit about getting into the industry and kind of some obstacles that you faced in terms of um, people that maybe weren't so genuine in wanting to help you succeed and see you do well. So can you
Right.
expand on that like a little bit?
Well, when I wanted to get into radio, I was telling you about this. When I wanted to get into radio, I was fresh out of college. Didn't really know the ropes of it. I just thought that, hey, maybe I send like an email or I call someone and be like, hey, I want to get into radio. I don't have any experience, but I'm willing to be an intern and learn. So I reached out to one of the DJs that were he was a radio host as well, one of the guys who was over at a one of the radio stations here, and I was asking him, I was like, hey, are you guys hiring interns? I would like to intern at this radio station. I don't have the experience, but I'm willing to learn. So he was like, yeah, sure, but can I take you out on a date? And I was like, what? What does this have to do with me wanting to be an intern at the radio station, but you're trying to take me out on a date, sir? What are we doing here? This is not how you're supposed to do business, like at all. Like you trying to take advantage of me because I asked you, are you guys hiring for interns because I don't have experience. I don't have experience being an intern. I have experience in common sense.
Right, right. I have experience
So
being a woman who's not about to be taken advantage of. That's what I
I
have
was like,
experience in.
so after I was like, no, thank you. But eventually, like a couple months later, I ended up being on the radio, interning, and then having my own show. So
That's
who really
awesome.
knows?
And then you decided that you'd rather write.
Being a woman in this industry can be very difficult because you have men with experience who try to take advantage of the women who don't have the experience and want to actually gain the experience. Some women, they do go out there and they actually do that. That's their own thing. But me personally, the way that my parents raised me, it'll never happen. Like at all. I would never be that type of person to stoop low. No matter if I ran out of so many options, there's always another one for me, for anyone else too. So I never ever put myself in that position to make a man think that I need
So, what is something that would surprise people to know about you?
them. I guess what would kind of surprise people is I can sing. I can play the piano. I'm very musically like person. Like I play piano. I've been on like songs with other people. I've been in music videos. Um, yeah, like I used to sing in a choir as a kid. I don't sing anymore now. I say that side of me retired. But one of my friends, he's an artist, and he always tried to put me on a song, and I'm like, you know what? Okay, I just do it as a hobby. I never take it seriously. So if somebody tell me that I can't sing, I'm like, I don't care. I can make your career. You can't make mine. so
I love it. I love it.
so
Yeah.
that's one thing that kind of surprised people. So
I think that would be kind of surprising, especially when you say you're more into writing and personal private things. Because, I don't know, I think singing is a little more public and more.
Very, and you know me, I'm very like, a lot of people think that I'm shy or that I don't talk a lot. But my own mother, she was like, "How are you gonna be a journalist and you have to talk to people?" I was like, "Well, I only had to talk to them about what I need to talk to them about. If we have to talk about other things, it's gonna be a failed conversation because I don't talk that much." So like, I really don't. Even around my friends, I talk, but I probably won't talk that much. Like everybody else talks more than me, and I'm kind of just sitting there looking around. Like, okay, my energy is getting real low. It's time for me to go and recharge.
So, how have you been handling this current situation? Have you had a lot of things to write about? Has there been things for you to cover, even though we're kind of in this weird
This
state?
pandemic. Well, when it first started, that's all that I was writing about was the pandemic. I was like, I'm tired of it. I'm ready for it to be over. But I've been more so writing about artists. Like I've been writing artist bios. I've been doing a lot of song and video write ups. Like a lot of people have been coming to me to write their work and stuff. But the only downfall about it is people like to put a time on you before actually giving you a time that they want it to be done. And I'm not too fond of that. Like, I don't really like people rushing me, especially if you come to me. Like, I get it. You paid me to do it. I'm going to do it. Do not rush me. There are listen. This is like a drive-through. There are other people who have placed their order before you. Although you've paid, you still got to wait in line to get your food. You cannot rush it.
I love it. That's a good
So
analogy.
So, but yeah, I've really been writing about a lot of music and stuff. I've been getting like a lot of different writing opportunities for different publications and stuff. And I'm trying to get into another internship recently with this company called the Rap Plug. I'm trying to get an internship with them. Hopefully, they email me back and stuff. So I I've just been trying to extend my resume. Like when you see my resume, you're gonna see, dang, this girl been working. Like she has no gaps in anything when it comes to writing. So it's like even when I'm writing for this publication, I'm still writing for this publication. I'm shooting a video with this publication. It can be a lot, but the only thing about it is that I kind of balance it out. Like I have like this set day that I'm going to work for this publication. I have this set day I'm going to work for this one, and then the next day for this one, while actually working a 9 to 5 job too. But it's like they ask me, "How do you sleep? When do you sleep?" I'm on Twitter at 5 o'clock in the morning talking about, y'all, I'm tired, but I'm still up.
You have goals and you have things you want to do, and so you're rocking it every means necessary.
Yeah, I be sometimes I think I overwork myself to the point where I'm just like I say that I'm tired, but I don't know. I don't know if I got like a extra generator back here that like keeps me up, because one of them probably died, but the other one's like up, like you got to keep going. And the only downfall that I tend to forget is that I have to have time to for myself to like just breathe.
Yes.
Cause like I just be doing a lot of things. Like my boyfriend, he's like, you need to sleep. You always up. Like go to bed. And it's like, but I'm doing something at nighttime. I am a night owl. This is when everything that I need to write about comes out. So it's like whatever I need to write about, it comes out at night. During the day, I'm lazy, so lazy. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want nobody to bother me. I don't want nobody to talk to me. I don't want to do anything. But at night, we can chit chat on the Zoom call or FaceTime, and I'm gonna be over here typing. We can do all of that. But other than that, like I've really just been working, and trying to find the time to balance it out where I can just sit and just breathe and have a day for myself.
I think
Kind of
that's
like
so
that.
important in making sure that we take time for ourselves. I feel like I've talked to so many people where they feel that they, like you said, they're either pushing themselves in their own goals or they're giving
Hmm.
enough of themselves for someone else that they wear themselves out.
Right.
Yeah.
We forget that a lot. When you're like people who are just either you're a journalist or you're like a content creator, a blogger, an author, singer, musician, whatever you're doing, that's like on your own time, we forget that we have to take care of ourselves. I
Yep.
definitely forget that. Like my mother already said that you're gonna be 26 with bags under your eyes like you're 82, and it's like mind your business. I am not.
I love
I was
it.
like, no, I'm not. So, but I mean, my dad's just like, why you be up so? Why you always up? Like, go to bed. Like, they'll be getting up, going to work, and I'm just sitting up in the bed like, good morning.
You
It
still
was
live
like,
with your
have you been to
family
sleep? I do.
and you have other siblings?
I'm the youngest of three. Yeah, the youngest of three. So you know what they say about the youngest? They get away with everything.
Do
They're
your
spoiled.
siblings
They don't
do
do nothing
anything
wrong.
similar to what you do?
Nah, they just work regular jobs. I'm the only one who didn't want to do that, but I'm the only one who wanted to be different. I feel like I am different from my brother and sister. Um, I feel like I'm just. They always say the youngest one are like the most creative ones. It's true. We are. It's true. We are some of the most creative ones because I mean they don't bother us. So and it's like we just I don't know. I just feel like we're just very different in our own way. Like my brother he just want to work, you know. He's a Capricorn. He want to work. You know, that's all they do is work. Me, a Cancer, I'm a floating crab somewhere getting into something. And my sister, a Taurus, a bull, I don't know what she be doing. She be doing other stuff.
Do you are you guys close in age or is there a big age gap?
Well, my sister just turned 30. My brother will be 27 in December, and I'll be 26. So me and my brother, we're very close in age. My sister, she got the big gap between us. So it's just me and my brother. We're close in age though. We are. We were
Awesome.
close as kids too. Like we played video games. We fought each other. You know, I was a tomboy, so he and I we fought. We fought. Me and my cousins we fought. Like as a kid, I couldn't go around my other cousins on my dad's side because I every time we go over to the house, we would get in trouble. We definitely would get in trouble. And there were nothing but boys, so it's like me. I was like the only like tomboy. Everyone else like girly girls and all this stuff, and I'm like, you want to go out there and play football? You want to play basketball? Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go out there. Let's have some fun. Like in school, I was out there playing throwback tackle and flag football with the guys. In the gym in high school, I was playing football with the guys. I mean, they would tackle me like I was one of the guys, and I would not get hurt. I was like, look, I've been doing this as a kid. I can handle it.
I love it. And I want to just kind of close out with our final question of the conversation, if that's okay, unless there's something else you want to share about your life and your journey and where you've been.
Um, well, one thing that I would want to say is for people who wanting to get into this business, or just any business in general, where it comes to something that you really want to do, I say do not pressure yourself. Do not be afraid to hear the word no, because I've heard it. I've been fired before. I felt bad about it because it's like this was something I was like, wow, I've never been fired before, so it was new to me. So And when you're learning throughout this journey, please keep connections and bonds and build relationships with other people that you meet. Don't just use them for their knowledge. You know, reach out to them, talk to them, comment up on their posts, share their stuff. You know, this is how you better build build relationship with people, and maybe an opportunity that they could be working on. They may be thinking of you. So you really never know what people are doing. You know.
This is
So
true. This is very
it
true.
is.
You
So I
never know
just
what people are
say
up to.
you never know if they're looking for someone and they can't think of anybody, but the person who just shared their stuff and they go and they read what they do, you can be the perfect person for it. So I tell anyone, like, do not, like, absolutely do not stress about it. You know, it sometimes it takes a long time for us to get to where we want to be. I'm still not where I want to be at.
But you have
I want to be able to do
time.
this. I do. I want to be able to do this full time. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to be an essential worker. I don't. But you know, in that time to me, and I still have to have that income. So this is just something that I'm still working towards for that I can do in my own time. So like, just don't be afraid. Like you got to go out there and just do it. Like don't be afraid to fail. We're all gonna fail. We're all gonna make mistakes. We're humans. We're not perfect. You know, we're here to make mistakes, fail, and learn from it. But do not let it define who you are.
I
I
agree,
didn't.
100%.
I didn't at all.
Life is about experience, right? And
Mm-hmm.
every experience you have teaches you something. I moved around a lot.
Right.
I've worked in different industries. But
It does.
even at 25, 26, you still have so much time to get to exactly where you want to be. And
Right.
the fact that you know where you want to be, I think, is part of it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the fact that you've been strategic up to this point on how to get there and have made your connections and, like you said, kept those bonds and kept those relationships strong,
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Definitely, you have to. This is a way where people will still want to come and work with you because they know that you're a genuine person and that this is something that you're passionate about and know that they can count on you. Don't take the job if you know that you can't do it.
Yes.
Don't, because that there will make them feel like, okay, well, if I can count on them for this project, I probably won't be able to count on them for the next project. So you want to make sure that if this is something that you can do it. Do it. I'm telling you from experience because I did that once before and I didn't think the lady was gonna reach back out to me, but she did. She reached out to me and she asked me to do something for her and I did it like on that day. Like on
Sometimes
that
there are
on
second
that exact
chances.
day. Yeah, so I was like, on that day I did it. So I was like, okay, cool.
Well, that's
We
awesome.
still right together.
Well, again, I can't thank you enough for your time, and let alone for a second time having to have this conversation because well, our
Thank
conversation was so
you.
awesome that it broke the internet the first time. So let's just.
Yeah, like Instagram was not having it. It was like, I think we need to do it again.
Yeah, it was like, no, this is too much fun. We got to do it a second time. But I've really enjoyed through both conversations getting to know you, and your ambition is inspiring. And I really had a day today where I was very tired and very lazy and not
I was like
real.
that too.
Yeah, but I have to tell you, I have so much energy after this conversation now. After talking to you, I'm so motivated just to go do anything now.
Mm,
What if there was one thing that you could hold up a sign that would say one thing about you? What would you want them to know about Santana?
mm. There are a lot of things I want people to know about me. I really don't know. Like, I feel like I'm gonna need like 5 boards and make them like a big poster and just be like, I am not that rude and mean stuck up girl that you think that I am. I am genuine. I'm very, very helpful. If I'm very dependable. Like if you need me to do something, I will definitely do it. Like definitely do it. I may not get to it today, but I definitely got you tomorrow.
I love the honesty.
That's all I can be. Like, it's me. Like,